Hi, I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat. So I'm actually redoing this video because the other one I made cut off and I noticed it before I was going to upload. So this is going to get slipped in between another video. Okay. So I had went and got my tires done, and the guy over there, because, he had seemed older kind of guy. And I was like, can I ask you a car question, right? Not involving tires, And so he's like, sure. So I told him something that I noticed on my car. I know I need something done on it. But I wanted to make sure to ask him because if I'm noticing this stuff now, I feel like I need to do it because I've waited a little bit too long, right? So I told him, yeah, when I get to like 35 miles an hour, it sounds like it's struggling a little bit just to get to between 30 and 35. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I have a problem with my car with that too. I said, do you think that I need a tune-up? Because I've never had a tune-up on this car and I'm already over 100,000 miles. He's like, you know what? I was thinking that about my car. And I was like, well, do you know a place around here where I can, he never said like, that's the problem. He just basically said that was going on with his car, that's very smart, right? Because he works at a car place and he can't really diagnose. So he's just saying, for example, for him, that's a very smart guy. Anyways, I said, do you know if there's a place around here that gives the tune-up? And he sent me to this place called Brake Masters. Okay, so I went over there and I was like, hi, and I'm like, you guys do all kinds of stuff here? He's like, yeah, he already didn't look he had a face on him, some kind of, I don't know, maybe something happened before I got there. I don't know. But I went there and I said, okay, well, I said, I need to do a tune-up. And he's all, okay, well, what time is good for you? And I said, so I thought I could get it done there, but I go, okay. I said, well, what do you have open? And he showed me there and I said, okay, we'll do like 10 o'clock. He's all, okay, so you'll need to drop it off. It'll be here for 2 hours. I'm all, for 2 hours. I said, to do the job? He's like, well, no, we're going to diagnose it. So that right there, dude, 2 hours, that's your labor costs already starting. That's the money ticking away right there. And I was like, oh. And I was like, well, no, I just need the tune-up. Can you please just let me get the tune-up? And he's all, well, we have to diagnose and see what, And I was like, well, I already know that I need a tune-up because the dealership told me, and I'm not near there right now, so I figure I just get it from you guys. And he goes, well, go to the dealership then. And I was just like, all right, fine. I said, bye, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that kind of made me upset because he was really rude. That place is on Ina and Merideth in Tucson, Arizona. I'm like, and I'm like 40 minutes away from that place. So it took me 40 minutes just to drive into town to get my tires done. So, and he wants me to come back on an appointment, drop the car off. What am I going to do for those 2 hours? And who knows how long it's going to take them to do the work. Right? So that kind of sucked anyways. So I left there and I'm thinking, this can't be the only place in town, By the way, the place is called Brake Masters. Don't go there. The guy's rude. He doesn't know how to treat people. And they're trying to get you with the diagnostic. You can go to places, like you can go to what do you call that place? AutoZone, and plug something in your car and get free diagnostic that way. But that's, of course, if you have an electronic car and it can, it doesn't see stuff like other things wearing out or whatever, right? Unless there's sensors, then yeah, it does. So right there, that's telling me that place is already like a ripoff. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to do some sort of shady swindle action there. And on top of that, whoever's working there, of course he's probably in a bad mood because probably customers have been complaining to him about whatever they're doing there. So I don't need to have my business there. It's okay. So I left there and I typed in where is the nearest place, and it said Meineke right up the road. But then I ended up seeing a Midas right there, right? And so so I went to Midas, Okay. I went to Midas, and I parked, and then I walked in, and I tried to take a different approach, but I had to wait there for a little, and I was looking at their sign, and yeah, they do everything too. Even somebody walked in behind me, and he was waiting there, and I was like, do you see alignment or tune-up up there? Because I couldn't see it. They worded it different. And the guy, I was like, oh, yeah, there's a customer behind me. So I was like, ooh, because I figured, you know what? Since I'm there, I know I need the tune-up for sure. I might as well, get an alignment. And mind you, I don't know how much these things cost there. I do know that across the street, the guy quoted me $250 as a roundabout price for the tune-up. But other than that, that's all I knew. And so I was thinking, alignment can't be that much. I think they put on a machine, and I don't know what they do really. I don't know what's involved. And so the guy came out, and I said, yeah, I need a tune-up. He's all right. He's all, we're just going to need like 15 minutes to check it out, and then we'll get it started. And I was like, okay. And I was like, oh, wait, you guys do alignment here? He's like, yes, we do. I said, you know what? Can you do that too? Because I know I need that. And he's all, yeah, sure. Like he was so nice and just regular. Like he wasn't mad. He wasn't, and the parking lot was full too. There was like 2 other customers there, and the stalls kind of looked full. Like they were big, but it was a much better environment. Okay. So basically, he's all, yeah, just give us a couple minutes, and then we'll check it out. And then, he said, we'll check it out, and then we'll give you the status. And I was like, all right. And so I gave him the keys, and I took the dogs. We went walking around to the side. I felt like I waited for like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I walked over there, and then I talked to the guy, and I said, there was no one in the office, but I saw him outside, and I said, oh, you guys are still checking? I said, should I come back in 10 minutes? He's like, yeah, come back in 10 minutes. So I did, I left, I walked around, whatever. The floor is hot for the dog, so I tried to stay in the shade, And so I walked around, and I came back, and yeah, it was ready, and they were ready to talk to me. So, this is where I'm going to end the video here, because I have another video that explains, what the status was. And, but I do want to remind you guys, that person, it was a man, kind of a big man too. He wasn't very nice over there at the break center's place. And if you don't want to deal with people who treat you like that, I always think that customer service is important, especially when I'm trying to be nice and courteous to everybody, so, and I'm sure he probably has people that say stuff, about, and maybe it makes him mad, but he needs to keep under control. Because you lose customers that way. Oh, as a matter of fact, before I go, sorry, I was talking to somebody in the office there at Midas, where I was in there, and I was telling them the story about across the street. And that guy even said, you know what, I have found that place to be shady too. He's like, I've had problems, and I've heard other people have problems there too. And I was like, oh, good, so it wasn't me just feeling like, am I too sensitive or what? No, that was rude what he said anyways. Well, take it to the dealership then. Well, fuck, okay, I won't take it to you, and I don't suggest anybody else do that either. And that is at Ina and Merideth in Tucson, Arizona. Do not take your car to the brake masters there. If anything, take it to the Midas in the same area, Ina and Merideth. Those people are so nice over there, and they are hardcore looking to give you discounts over there. So I don't know. You choose for yourself. But that's all I have for you. And you can stay tuned for the outcome of, what the mechanic told me. And I'll talk to you guys next time.